most pro-Turkish leader. He wants to see Turkey to become part of European Union, and also Turkey and Italian, the economy is closely linked as well, especially in textile. Most of the textile production takes place in Turkey, but the distribution is carried out the companies in the north, and so the economic relations are very close. And Berlusconi, he also has very pro attitude, what I see, toward other Gulf countries as well, because being a businessman, I think what really dictates his orientation, not the identity, religion, but very much the business, what you can make, and how do you, and also he realizes that we are living in a global economy. You cannot ignore the large segment of Turkish economy or given the oil. But there is also structural problem in Italy. The structural problem in Italy is the population. That the Italy, Spain, this is quite interesting, you might have a better idea. The Catholic countries are in the Mediterranean area, they all come from decline of the population. Unlike the Nordic Christian countries, the Sweden, Finland, Denmark, Holland, they don't have similar problem the way in which Spain, Portugal, Spain, Italy has, somewhat including France as well. And so there is a need for labor force in European countries, especially in Catholic countries. Not in the Nordic countries. Some people explain this in terms of a Catholic Church not allowing more liberal family union, because in the north, in Sweden or other places, there's not much moral or legal concern if child doesn't have a father. It is somewhat the system provides the similar right. In Sweden or in Holland or in Finland or Norway, a large percentage of the children, one family member, they have the mother, but the father is not legally father, legally in terms of the legal family. And so there's not much problem there. Whereas in the Catholic countries, you have, because of this moral and legal issue, you have a major population problem, the decline of the population. Also, I was told in the Italian case, the man or the male tend to stay in the family. There's not much chance to live alone. They tend to live with the family, and that prevents the population growth. This is another what I hear. Currently, Italian government is trying to centralize Muslim population. They are encouraging Muslims to come together and have a legal institution or come together under one umbrella organization that the Italian government legally recognizes them. Because currently Islam is not officially recognized religion in Italy. So it doesn't benefit from taxation law. But there is an attempt, I was told, especially under the current government, to bring the Italian Muslims under one organization and try to give them a tax exemption and allow Muslims to have their own school system, and also allow Muslims to build mosques. As you know, there are a number of issues and confrontation and conflict in terms of the mosque building in Italy. Recently, the Saudis built a major mosque in Rome, but it is very much controlled by the Saudis and not much connection with the local Muslim population. I think the Turkish membership is very important here. If Turkey joins the European Union, I believe that will somewhat institutionalize the relations between Muslims, Islam, and European Union. It will provide a much better vision that there's not one Islam put by the Arabs, but there are other visions of Islam, such as the Bosnian version of Islam is very liberal than the Turkish version. Turkish version of Islam is more liberal than Arab version. So the Turkish membership in that sense, I just heard yesterday on BBC that the Israeli President Shimon Peres is in London. He gave a talk to a number of British parliamentarians, and he called them to support Turkish membership in the European Union because he believes that the Turkey would provide a better model of Islam. And I think the Berlusconi also makes the similar argument. So the Italy currently is the most pro in terms of public as well, the Italian public. The Spanish, somewhat, this is another interesting issue, the Catholic zone of Christianity, the Mediterranean zone, is more pro-Turkish membership than the north, the Protestant zone of Christianity.